Thank you so much for bringing that up. Let me speak on that. Okay, and I'm probably going to cut this part of the video out and then post it to the Patreon, so that this question is forever answered. How do we handle our stuff that's on our altar? Okay, how do we handle our stuff that's on our altar? For example, how long do we keep food on our altar? How do we dispose of it? How do we dispose of candles? What do we do with when we finish with our candles and we have our intentions at the bottom? What do we do with that? I am about to explain that, okay? So please take notes. Caring, cleansing your altar is separated in two categories. Is it things that you want to manifest versus release? Manifest versus release. First, I'm going to go over manifestation care. So things that you want to manifest, things that you want more of, things that you want to attract, things that you want to bring forth. What you will do with everything on your altar, from food, alcohol, water, all of that that you used with manifestation intention, it needs to be recycled unto the earth. Recycled unto the earth. So with your water, you can use the water from your altar to water plants. You can use it to water the grass outside. I do not advise, though, that you give it to an animal. Don't give it to your dog. Don't drink it yourself or anything like that. Okay? Use it to water plants. Use it to water a tree. Anything. Anything like that. My favorite thing, have a plant in the house. The water from your altar, water that plant that's in your home, okay? Abundance, manifestation, the energy recycles. The candles for manifestation, put it in recycling. Don't just throw them away. Put it in recycling, okay? Put it in recycling. Do not just throw them away. The food from your offering, recycle it unto the earth. So you can grind it down. You can use it as compost. You can put it in the grass, by a tree or anything like that, in a garden. Okay, but you want to recycle that under the earth, to the earth. We don't use anything on our altar that cannot be, that's not biodegradable or cannot be recycled. So you shouldn't have products or tools on your altar that will not be pleasant to the earth if you recycle them. Okay, that will not be pleasant to the water if you release into the water. That's another way that you can recycle your manifestation stuff onto the earth, is that you can put it in the water. Take it to the ocean. You have flowers on your altar. Take it to the river. Take it to the ocean. Take it to a creek. Take it to a lake. Okay. Your food. Take it to the ocean. Anything up there. Alcohol. You can take it to the ocean. Okay. So that's what you can do. If you do not feel comfortable, because I know for some reason people don't feel comfortable going outside or whatever, or doing anything like that, I do advise that you at the very least flush it. At the very least, flush it, because then it can be going to the sewer system. And it also, a lot of people don't know this, but your sewer water is recycled. Okay, so it will still be recycled. All right. If you have your little pieces of paper where you wrote down your manifestations, you wrote down your intentions, you want to recycle that as well. So you can, for me personally, I will either keep them and jar them. I will tuck them in my journals. Oftentimes, I usually keep them. I tuck them in my journals and stuff. And it's just a fun thing for me to be able to go back and look and see, like, wow, this manifested. Wow, this actually happened. Wow. I wrote this 3 months ago and I'm looking at it right now in front of me. You know, I wrote this number on this paper and this is the number that I have in my bank account right now. You know, so I like to keep them quite often. But if you don't want to keep them, you can also recycle them. So I advise that you wet them, grind them down, and you can grind them with some Himalayan salt, with some herbs, and you can sprinkle that in the garden. Okay, because once again, the paper, the biodegradable paper, is wellness. Okay, that's recycling. It's made of trees. So you sprinkle that around a tree, or you sprinkle that around a garden. Wet it, grind it down, and sprinkle it, sprinkle it, sprinkle it. Okay, and that's how you can handle your manifestation stuff. Everything that's manifested is recycled. The candles, recycling bin. Food, recycle. Gardens, water, anything. Water, recycle. Plants, garden, anything. Trees, anything. That's the manifestation stuff. Now, the release process. If you have a release ceremony, things that you want to release, That's very different. You don't want to recycle any of that. Okay, you are releasing it. So you can either burn it, bury it, or leave it at the crossroads. Burn it, bury it, or leave it at the crossroads or at a cemetery that's far from your house, okay? Burn it, bury it, or leave it at the crossroads. Anything for release. The wellness community is how you can book a consultation. Thank you for asking. Thank you for reminding me of that. But yes, that's how you release. So if you have a candle where, for full moons, we do our release ceremony, right? Full moons. Y'all feel the energy? Y'all feel the energy coming, right? Y'all feel it? The full moons is where we do our release ceremony. Now, this is the thing. With your full moon's release ceremony, you got your candle, you released all that stuff. Bury that candle. Bury it. Once it burns out, bury that candle. Take it to the crossroads or leave it at the cemetery. Leave it at the crossroads, okay? The candle has burned out. The release paper, burn that paper, okay? And you want to grind the ashes into the ground. Burn it, okay? Burn the paper. Anything dealing with release, burn that stuff, okay? You do not recycle release stuff. That you don't want to manifest that. Okay, so you don't recycle release stuff. Keep that very separate from your manifestation stuff. Okay, so manifest, simple. Recycle. Okay, release, burn it, bury it, or leave it. Burn it, bury it, or leave it. Now, this is the key with the release stuff. When you, first off, with the manifestation stuff, when you release it, do not turn your back to it. So if you water your plants, you want to take 3 steps back and then you can walk away. You release it to the ocean, 3 steps back, then you walk away. You don't want to immediately turn your back to it. But when you release, you turn your back and you never look back. So burn it, turn your back, never look back. Bury it at a cemetery or somewhere far from your house. Never look back. Okay? Immediately turn your back and never look back. Okay? You leave it at a crossroad. Turn your back and never look back. Okay? And that's how you get rid of release stuff on your altar. So I hope that question is answered. Okay? Simple methods, and once again, do what you feel comfortable with. Some people were hesitant, like, well, I don't want to be littering, so I don't, with the manifestation stuff, I don't want to leave things under a tree because I don't want to litter. It's not littering. It'll be recycled unto the earth. Okay, it'll be recycled unto the earth. You're not leaving anything there that's not is not biodegradable. Okay, that cannot be recycled unto the earth. You're not leaving anything there that's not healthy for the earth. And say, for example, you leave fruits around a tree, right? You're doing the Ogun offering and you leave fruits around a tree. You put honey, doing the Oshun, you get some oranges and you put honey over the oranges and you leave it at the tree, right? Say an animal comes and eats the oranges. Guess what? That's recycling. That's recycling unto the earth. You left it at the tree. Another form of energy came and was able to feast upon it. Okay? It's recycling. That's wellness. That's what we do. That's how we keep the universe. That's how we keep the energy flowing. All right, family? So I hope that helps. Now you are aware of what to do with your altar stuff. Another question I get is, how long should I leave food on my altar? I don't want it to mold. Do not leave food or anything on your altar long enough to mold. Okay, don't do that. You can leave it on there for a day. You can leave it on there for a couple hours. It's completely up to you. Some people will just leave their food on their altar. When they finish eating their food, they take up the food. That's completely fine. And once again, if you don't feel comfortable grinding the food into the earth and you don't have a garden or whatever your situation is, you can grind it down and flush it because it's going to go down to the sewer system and be recycled anyway. Okay, so at the very least, flush it. But I strongly advise, don't just throw anything away that you put on your altar. Okay, don't just throw it away. Don't just throw it away. Don't do that. Don't do that, okay? Everything, how I handle my altar is how I desire for spirit to handle me, okay? And honestly, even better, spirit, please, because I know I ain't perfect, all right? I know sometimes I don't refresh as much as I should refresh, all right? So, you know me, okay? You know me. But I'm very careful with how I treat things on my altar. You know what I'm saying? Very careful, and I'm very mindful about that. So don't just throw it away, because how would you feel if your intentions were thrown away? How would you feel if your manifestations were thrown away? How would you feel if your peace was thrown away? If your joy was thrown away? If your abundance was thrown away? So why are you going to throw away something that you give to them? You know, why are you just going to discard it like it's nothing, like it didn't mean anything, like it didn't have a purpose or an intention? How would you feel if that were you? You know, so that's energy, right? That's energy. What you put out is what you get back. So you always want to think that way. You always want to think that way. Okay, family? All right, I really got to go because I have to get started. I have consultation soon, and I need to get prepared. I love y'all so much. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Please listen to Brandy Michelle's podcast, Hey Girl, Hey, It's Your Girl B. Please listen to that. She put the information in the comments. Please support Prince Onyx and all of his amazing spiritual storytelling and films. Orange Moon, thank you so much for tuning in and being a great moderator. Thank you, everybody, for just, all the comments and the support. I appreciate you. Crystal, yes, thank you so much for putting that in the comments for anyone who missed it. Thank y'all so much. I was going to go back and read some names. Joey, you always in here. I appreciate your energy. Fatima, thank you so much. Tiffany Evans, Daquan Official, hey. Sean Williams, as always. Soul Searching, always love, and welcome to the Wellness Community. Soul Searching, you said you just joined the Wellness Community. Much love to you. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna get out of here. Okay, I can't read all the names. I love y'all so much. Y'all have a good night, and I'll be back soon. Like I said, I want to do another live about how to tap into spirit, okay? How to tap into your spirit and be able to listen to yourself, okay? How to know from a spiritual perspective, so that way you can trump your mind's thoughts with your spirit, okay, and align your mind with your spirit. So that'll be a series. I'll be back on here with that soon, okay? Thank y'all so much for supporting, and I'll see y'all soon. Have a good night, family. Peace. And if we have one-to-ones tonight, I'll talk to you tonight, all right? Much love. Peace.